In this video, learn how to create a texture, add texture to a material, and how to use material with tiling repeated. Understand and use directional light. Add new skybox. Grid snapping for a constant distance to avoid overlapping. Common mistake when export 3D mesh to Unity. Create pipe object, grass and clouds. And how to use multi-lights for easy and better lighting. In last video, we learned how to create your own 3D character. Easy to create its animations using mixamo.com. And how to import all these animations to Unity. You can download the project, with link free under video, to start this part 2 right away. I will group all camera and light objects. Name its settings. Groups will help project cleaned and easy to find any objects. Let's disable Mario object and make it invisible. Create a 3D cube for a brick. Let's add some color to it. First, add some new folders. Name resources. This is a special name. You will use it a lot later. New folder material to contain all 3D material texture. To add color or texture to a 3D object, create new material. Apply it to brick object. Now you can change the color for it. Select any colors you like. Texture is a 2D image. It can be a JPG or PNG. You can draw it in Photoshop or download it free somewhere. Choose any free images you like. Save to download it. There are some white holes on this image. Let's use Photoshop to fix it. You can draw or design any textures as you want in Photoshop. After all, save it as a JPEG or PNG image. I recommend size is 256 pixel or less. Save it. Import new texture to our game. You can use it now, but I usually convert it to a 2D sprite first. Max size will resize it automatically if size is bigger. You can limit it with 256 pixel. No compression to keep it max quality. Add brick texture to our material albedo. Reset the color to white to have the full color of texture. You already have a 3D brick, exactly the same in Mario game now. Let's reset its position to 0, 0, 0. And scale X to 12 or any size you want. You can see the texture is stretch. We want it repeated. To do that, set tiling to 12, same value of scale X. It is not changed yet. Make sure you set our texture is repeat wrap mode. It works. Texture now is repeated. Let's turn on Mario object again. Move it to stand on our bricks. Select Directional Light. Rotation Y is light angle in 360 degree. Rotation X to create short or long shadows. Adjust and select any angles of light that you like most. I prepared another texture for the ground object. You can find it free in downloaded folder. Duplicate to create new material. Apply new material to our brick object. Change it with new texture. I will use this texture for the ground object. This is just an initial light. You can adjust it anytime to give a best result. Next, let's find out how to add a new 3D sky background. Open downloaded folder and import sky. I prepared a new sky texture to do it. On main camera, select Skybox. Then add new component with name Skybox. Just add new material of Skybox into. Our game looks a lot better now. You can find a lot of Skybox from Unity Asset Store. And download this plugin free. You can find it with name easily in Unity Asset Store. There are many Skybox that you will like to use it. Let's change this material to matte ground for ground objects. And material for our bricks. Set tiling size is 1:1. In Mario game, breakable brick always have size as 1. And for ground objects, you should set its size as bigger as you want. I will set its tiling size X is 30. And scale size X is 32. Press Ctrl D to duplicate one more ground object. Then move to expand it. Ctrl D to duplicate more of it, if you want the playground bigger. Next, duplicate more brick objects. If you move it like this, you cannot align it accurately. If there are two objects stay close to each other's, they might be overlapped. To fix it, turn on grid snapping. Our brick has size is 1 by each. Now you can move it in one size unit, easily now. And they will never be overlapped anymore. Keep going, and create many more brick objects as you want. You should group objects in hierarchy, to easier to look up when you need it. This habit helps a lot in teamwork, or when you look back at your old projects. You can see, it is a lot better and super clean now. I created with 2 parts in Blender. This body is just a cylinder. Most of people has this mistake. They place the origin position of object at center. But in Unity, most objects should has origin position at bottom or feet. Let's see how to fix the origin position. Press 1 or 3 for side view, then press G to move it. Make sure the 3D cursor at its bottom or feet. Menu Object, Set Origin, Origin to 3D Cursor. Let's try to scale it again. Its origin position moved to bottom now. It is easy to rotate too. Let's do the same for the top part of pipe. Press G, then move until 3D cursor at its bottom. Menu Object, Set Origin, Origin to 3D Cursor. Test it by changing the rotation. Before exporting, make sure all transform are reset to default values. I talked about this in video part 1 already. You can reset it by pressing Ctrl A to apply location, rotation or scale. Before exporting, you must change its rotation in Blender. Set rotation X -90 degree and Ctrl A to apply the new default rotation. This step will fix wrong rotation in Unity. Now just follow my settings to export. Do the same to export the body part. First, change its rotation X. Ctrl A, apply new default rotation. Then export it. Create new folder. Name pipe. Open downloaded folder. Import these 3D meshes that are created in Blender. First, select pipe top and add to hierarchy. Scale it smaller. Then add pipe body inside object pipe top. Reset transform. It's moved to position of parent object. Select pipe body and try to scale Y value. You can make the pipe as short or long as you want anytime. Let's hide it behind the ground. Ctrl D, create more pipe objects. You can adjust the body or this pipe easily. Add more as you want. The color is too bright. I want it darker a little. Select the mesh, extract materials. We can get and change material of this mesh from Blender here in Unity. Now you can change its color of this material as you want. I want it darker green. Let's do the same to change color of mesh pipe top. Next, let's add grass and some clouds. Open downloaded folder. These PNG images I made in Photoshop. Import them. First, convert them into 2D sprites. They are 2D sprites with transparent background now. Let's create a 2D object to put them in. If you cannot find option to create 2D objects here, so you need to install it from Package Manager. You can install all this package, or just select to install 2D sprite. We need this only. You can see options to create 2D object now. Create a 2D square. It is like a 3D object, but you can add a PNG image into it. Reset it to position 000. Press F to focus and move camera to the selecting object. Move it behind the ground object. Rename to Gross. And Ctrl D to duplicate more gross objects. You can group them. Copy to create many more as you want. Create another 2D object square. Name it Cloud. Add Cloud PNG image into. Move it closer in front a little bit, but still behind the ground. Move it to position as you want. Duplicate to copy many more clouds as you want. We're using only one directional light. If you're a designer, you'll know multi-lights give better result than one light. Or if you want to change the shadow from back to front. The game is dark to play now. It needs more lights. Copy to create extra directional light. This fill light, we don't need the shadow from it. And change the angle of the light to have the result as you want. You can reduce its strength too. This is the result before and after. Depend on your game. You will need one or more lights to make it better look. We finished our playground already. In next video, let's move a 3D player back and forward this ground, jump, ground check and more. See you in next video. Thank you for watching.